gift of identity, the gift of profoundly saying yes to you, this life, yes, to fully connect and to share, to expand all limiting beliefs to a wonderment of unconditional love. Purpose is part of your identity, dear ones. Purpose allows you to be the teacher of love, to be action of love, to be one in love. Identities are broken. When you become one in love, for you fully release self, insecurities, self-doubt, to the oneness of our hug guiding you in a secure foundation of who you are in your holy expression of your now. Insecurities are risen because you identify with your projections. And in those projections of self, identities become part of all to perceive as good or as bad. When you seek your identity within yourself, within your heart, your identity of you holds no projections, for it is you. And in that identity of your heart desire, your heart soul placement, you become solid, confident in your awareness of your mastery of who you are as you ripple and expand to all places that create the landscape around you. Identification is great in organizing chaos. And many of you feel chaotic throughout your day, throughout your life. How can you identify a space that is in constant motion and in constant change? Your words hold the placement of bringing structure to all the movement that is inherently part of your totality. For you are not solid. The world is not solid, but energy of vibrancies, frequencies, holding the illusion of being solid. And in that, you claim the identity of body, to make organization of you to be grounded, to be the placement to move from. Your holy temple, your body, is the artistry of all you created before to be in the moment now. The artistry of your lessons to be learned, the great lessons you are here to teach, and the forgiveness that allows you to release all sense of anxiety and worries, all beliefs of stress, so you can be the beacon of light, of love, to share your purpose of celebrating your love story. Many fall into the identity to show they have achieved a sense of permanence, a sense of achievement, a sense of special. In that identity, the stress becomes even more heavy. For once you have identified yourself within a particular category, you must then uphold all the rules of that identity field. This pressure to uphold your rules around identities takes much energy, much power of will, and much thought to hold an identity structure or category that does change. All your fights are upholding identity structures, for you do want them to be permanent, because you have sacrificed the sense of your calm, your peace, your connection to us, to have that identity placement, that identity structure. And in this anxiety to be hyper vigilant and to be righteous in that identity creates your will to become the main force of power instead of thy will, that self-abandonment principle, to be shattered in the elixir of love. How often do you stop yourself to really abandon your emotions to passion. How often do you stop yourself from abandoning your thoughts to unconditional love? How often do you stop yourself from acknowledging and abandoning to the dream that you came to live? You live through the seatbelts of safety within your identity of structure. Those seatbelts crisscross your emotional fields, your heart fields, holding you safe from not feeling the ecstasy of self-abandonment. To be purely one in a dream, to be purely one in the moment, to be purely one within yourself. To have a firm foundation of you and saying yes to the dream you are here to abandon yourself into is to look at your identities that are restrictive in your movement of emotion, in your movement of exploring your intuition, in your movement to be uncomfortable for just a moment, to feel the ecstasy on the other side. Going deep inside yourself, you know the identity of you. You know what has always said yes to your whole body. You have lost this trust of yourself, for you have identified, of course, with the identifications that others have put onto you. What is a good girl? What is a good wife? What is a good husband? What is a good son? What principles, what rules have you given to the identifications of you within you? A lot of the identifications you created to make your life easier. For you, from the moment you were born, have felt the anxiety, the stress of life. To be safe within a womb and then pushed forth out, and your body suddenly moving without any thoughts. From that moment, you felt the space of being born is stressful. Stressful to the one that you have passed through, and stressful to you. And in that moment, you took once again the belief that you did something wrong. For stress has to have something wrong attached to it. This unconscious belief of being or doing or having black spot on you, having sin upon you, is universal. For it is the stage that sets the grandness of duality. And in that, your birth stories provide you with the understanding of the lessons you came to acknowledge how the dance of duality will be in your life. The more at peace your birth was, the more your canvas to build your landscape has a peaceful tone to it. The more pain, the more stressed your birth was, the more you came to understand the highs and the lows of building love and peace to your landscape through that canvas. This first movement from the inner to the outer is your first understanding for you in this holy temple this lifetime of your projections outward. Do you know some just trust their projections outward? They create, and it is good. They trust that. They had an awareness of a greater peace, a greater feeling that they were here and they are good in their birth, to share their projections. For you were a projection. No, your darkness then became light. What you create then comes out. If you have a more stressful birth story, your projections throughout your life, you're going to see or hold a more negative or not trust than a positive. And again, this is a great understanding and tool to then be able to heal and become at peace and be the teacher of knowing that when you take time to create, the beauty of sharing that projection is good. It gives you the confidence to say yes in creating. For many know their purpose, they don't know how to create it. They don't want to bring what they hold dear to their hearts outward, because it might then bring stress than they are willing to go through in that creation. You all project outward. And as you project outward your energy, your physical appearance, your confidence. You get to then be the pivotal point of claiming projections are for the joy, the gift, to expand your connection of you to others. You are not too much. You are not causing stress if you project you with love that you are. Overcoming that moment of birth, doing the work inward, gives you this full expression of cleaning out your core belief that somehow you did something wrong from the beginning. Somehow the sins I hold are going to be expressed. So thus, I need identity. I need seatbelts on my emotions and in my heart. I need rules and regs to be, quote unquote, a good person. Claiming the depth of your good within you claims your worth. This is when the magic of creation meets the magic of your wonderful dollar sign. Money is magic. It is the way you express good. You're willing to pay good money for good experiences, for good food, for good. What if the magic of you was good? From core into out with all your projections. The magic of money would connect. And it would say yes. And then your worries, your stress around feeling peace to do your work would resonate in the worth of you, which is all of your purposes, to go in and claim that worth. Your talents are many. You are all here to forgive duality. You are all here to teach love. And you are all here to claim your worth. In that, the identity of purpose says, how can I, in my personality, in my characters of me, share that as a greater good projection, a projection of me? What do I do that makes my heart release all the safety belts and become self-abandoned in the moment, in the process, in the totality of that expression outward? Your world does a phenomenal job of creating habits to follow thoughts of logic. Your world is forgetting the elixir of emotion. Plugging into the emotional field and feeling passion gives you the key of purpose. Passion for a team, because it's a collaborated group working towards a goal, allows you to know that your passion emotionally gets charged with a collaborated group working towards a goal. Passion of numbers on a spreadsheet allows you to know that you are providing the ease of transfer of data so others can see and comprehend the fullness, the wholeness of a structure as it grows and expands into its true identity in your landscape. Structure of words, passion with words, gives you the knowledge that you're here to celebrate power of connectivity within the heart and the mind, to motivate into a wave of motion, bringing people to a new awareness of their truth, their passion, their way of saying yes. Those connected strongly with the Holy Spirit get passion by touching another and seeing the delightfulness of spirit around another. You are here to be the full conduit of a heavenly presence that helps you glue the remembrance that you are more than just your identities. You are more than working and toiling to claim an identity. Your world needs to reconnect in a true, passionate place of emotional intelligence, to emotionally be part of each other. Yes, with healthy boundaries. But you all want the romantic reality of love. And being in love is one of the ways to understand self-abandonment. To really release all your safety measures. To fully express you in passion, in emotion, in energy, in form. Feel emotion Give yourself time each day to renew yourself in emotion and all the spectrums of emotion. Don't think it. Be it. Allow your body, your cells, to remember emotional connectivity within you. That electrifies, once again, your field to move in a more poignant, in a more rich way that is true of your worth. And worth then holds the magic of your expressions that are good. Emotions bring you to the awareness of how your ideas can fully be imparted to others. This is the artistry that is being forgotten. Mental data, mental collaboration of data, mental memorizations provide all to feel safe, to feel maybe secure, yet always stressed. Emotional artistry within your passion forward gives you the charisma, gives you effervescence that makes you unforgettable in your landscape. Wow. Harnessed within the knowledge of you, emotions give you the full confidence in saying yes to your divine purpose. Vision is important. For in vision, you connect with the Holy Spirit and the acknowledgement that you can and be anybody you want, that you can enjoy all spectrums of you. Visions hold a piece of you that came to be imparted to the world. What dreams do you find yourself dreaming when you have a moment to self-abandon your thoughts? Where do you end up? Is it on an island, soaking in the sun, meditating on the great hum of your world, bringing peace to all as you hold peace in that celebration of oneness? Is your dream having the lights, a star in the walk of Hollywood, the lights and billboards? What idea can you bring that will light you up and light others up? What are you here to teach, to share, to fully expand as you self-abandon you to that ideal of expression? Are you here in your dreams, visualizing your loved ones around you, all happy, all enjoying their grace, their good, their worth? You are the healers of the heart, saying, family of hearts, healed as one. Create heaven on earth. Healing the pain, healing your stress, healing the nuances of duality. Are you fully connected to the earth below? Hugging each particle as that particle finds its right placement on the dear Mother Earth that you get to play on. You are the voyager of connecting the third will, the third dimension of time and space, to the heart connection, the fourth dimension, to the fifth dimension, to the 12th dimension. You become the barometer of acknowledging oneness. For each particle has a perfect placement, and you are there to hold its peaceful place. Your structures are not identified in your soul as any occupation or career. For you are here to create that occupation, that career. For the identities of how work is, how identity of movement is, changes radically on your space. So to say in heaven, I'm coming down to be a doctor, you might come down and then end up being a spiritual doctor or a naturopath. Or the identity of presence is so different at times that you have lost faith that you can remember your purpose. Your heart knows it. Your dreams that you have dreamt from a wee one being rocked knows your purpose. As you remember these things, the value of you, the worth of you becomes magical. And it matches the magic of your dollars. It makes you all say yes to good. And you know it is good. Namaste.
Namaste.